how this round plays out.
Yeah, will they be ready for the aggression? Tens creeping down mid, gets a couple of spots, the damage comes through. It's Xantho to take down Dapper. Can he find anything else? Tens still out there looking for the damage, and he will get it off of the distraction. And that's a good start ultimately here for Tens, because I mean they're looking for that information. Gonna get it, keep the pressure on. 3 versus 4 now for Sentinels as we see Furia beginning to move behind the wall towards that A site. You got Soms there as well, right behind that wall, and he's certainly ready to try to punish this one. Oh, he takes critical damage. Tens though, oh, that looked painful from a distance. Comes Tens once again with the Sheriff. He's everywhere.
But look at this, Dan. Mazen is telling his team to come back over to this B site. You know, NCR's a little bit skeptical that there could have been a player that pushed mid, so moving at a snail's pace right now. But this B site is completely open. He has all the time in the world. The spike will go down. We'll be in a 2-on-3. And judging by the look of Mazen right now, he might take an aggressive ground on defender spawn, which would lead me to believe NCR is going to plant aggressively as well. This could get interesting.
Yeah, because they have to assume a rotation's coming from the defenders by now. So not seeing anyone in spawn is a good tell for Furia for this post plant. Oh no, caught out in the open. It's all on Mazen. He at least has a ghost. So has more range to play with, but the wall comes through. Oh wow, it's tagged immediately. Quick pop flash through. It's going to see 2 players, but there's nothing that you can do about it.
No flash for 30 seconds, Dan. There's no time.
Just touches the wall, and he's already down to 6.
Oh, look at this. We have another mid stack here, and based on the spacing, this is going to be an A split, but it won't even get there.
They've got the force coming through as well. It's the Sheriff to kick things off here for QCK. Furia, 5 versus 4, but Dapper. Don't think they expect him here. Dapper could come out huge. Multiple players, and there he goes for it. It's actually Dapper to take down QCK, but now they spotted him. Can't get more. Oh, well, there. He absolutely can. Xand will go down, but Mazen with the trades leaves it in a 3v2 advantage. Zoms now trying to play the element of surprise again, but Furia have players in position, and they are able to deal with everything Sentinels have thrown at them so far. But it's the hardest test last.
Indeed. Tens remaining with this Guardian in hand. Spike still not planted, just coming into the site right now. Mazen planting in that right pyramid.
That's close. Nice, but then it's the Guardian. 10 of where to take. Would they understand where the map is weak?
Yes.
Quite quickly. Looks like they want to go very quick into this B site. They've got the wall up. 2 players here. Can they make the entries work for themselves? Flashes to follow as well. Still though, Sick holding with that frenzy at the backside, but surely not long for this world. So many players coming through, and indeed, it's going to be Dapper to be able to do something. Only peeling off one, it's just have sneaks to the back lines, but just with the classic, will get denied. And 1 by 1, Sentinels not able to find the kills that they're looking for.
Just like that first map, Tens is just looking to get his ult orbs built up on this Marshall. It's pretty unlikely they actually, I say that, but 3 of these players can die from 1 Marshall shot, Dan. It could happen.
All kind of intermittently going up and
down this A site. But again, we have Sick playing a bit aggressive over on B with a Sentinel player in Dapper. Very interesting combo. Fall back. This is such a different look from Sentinels, who typically had Zoms nesting in this B site, and they allowed Dapper to play Killjoy, actually, and play the A site. Such a different look that Furia is dealing with. They're trying to scout out the map, just get a feel for things, see how Sentinels are set up. You can see this is now going to be shifted towards the B site. So Viper has clung onto that wall, and you can see QCK is going to make his way over to B, where he's going to put that wall up. I'm curious if he does the same one as last round, Dan, or if he goes through that half. It is. Yeah. It's the same one.
And they're the Seekers as well. That's going to help them discover exactly where these defenders are. 2 on the sites. After playing close to the pillar, wants to try to get these forward kills, and will be stuck in the snake bite there, unfortunately for him. And backside 6 going to go down. Another good execute comes through from Furia. The Viper's pick comes in, but Tens, he tries to get ahead of it. But again, look at all the vision that's just completely gone because of the Viper's pit. They're going to have to go into it. And Tens looks to find a timing. Oh, he actually catches it before the spike goes down. That's a huge kill. Now time is against him. Khalil on that flank, able to pick off one more. It's up to Tens.
Individual fight over there in the corner. Everyone's taking individual fights on Sentinels, and that ended up working in the first map because their attack have bailed them out. But if they start bad here, could be rough.
Yeah, we have, like we saw in the last anti-eco scenario for Furia, they just go for a site here. This time it's A instead of B. Seekers are available for Sick, for Sentinels, if they want to try to go for a retake with them. They're already close here. Sentinels looking for the frags, but we have a beautiful display from Furia on this defense. Tensley can wrap around. No HP. Can he find...
Sentinels could easily rally back and put them in a horrible spot to end this first half.
Oh, we might just get a straight contact through to this B site. They's just, in fact, yeah, absolutely going for it. There goes the dash. You talked about Exam being good at creating space for the team, and he's already got backside control, so they know that Sentinels are everywhere but here right now, and we're going to get a plant. And lots of util for the retake, including the Seekers available still for Sick.
Do have a lot of utility, Dan, but this is a scenario where in the past, Sentinels had a Viper wall on the B site to work with on these retakes. This retake is going to be incredibly difficult, and if Khalil pops this lockdown, that's going to make it nearly impossible.
Yeah, that toxic screen going up again. It's really difficult to deal with. Sick is making some noise there on the flank, so they know that flank is compromised. But on the front, QCK will get all the kills from backside. Beautiful stuff there. Speaking of which, Sick able to get...
Going B forever, we could fake B and they would definitely buy it. And it opens up this A site in rounds like this.
And this is the thing, you know, we've seen Fury oscillate between A and B on the anti-eco. This time, TenZ does have that Blade Storm. He will be likely coming in through the mid doors. So he wants to get that action in early and get the kills in early. We'll see if he can find something. Again, that wall obscuring vision. Will we get an updraft? There comes the updraft. TenZ able to take down one. 3 quick kills, quick succession comes through for Sentinels. And there's little response here right now from Furia. They are in
retake wall ready. And actually, if you look at that, the ult comes out right off the rip over there at B.
Yeah, the response here will be very interesting. How do Furia want to handle this? But first, we have this challenge in mid. Oh, the angle for TenZ finds the perfect timing. Couldn't be better.
Couldn't be better. Yeah, that was very risky. Playing with the drone, catches the timing on Xhand, who actually has the Blade Storm as well. What a huge find.
And now it's even worse, because that Viper's pit is down on B. And you know, it really is a question of what do we do here. And we can see them gravitating towards that B side. They do have, of course, as we can see, Marsden deep here towards Halls, takes the fight. That was a pretty good fight to take, but unfortunately, it does not go Furia's way.
Yeah, and that's actually, I believe, Shaz's first frag of the game. So he's on the board now, and the elbow lurk is on for Furia. You can see that's their poison orb. They get behind it. They take the angle into Nest, push Shaz off, recollect that orb, and now pushing him back a little bit more.
But again, as it's a 3 versus 5,
30 seconds
or I should say 5 versus 3 from Sentinel's perspective, they don't have to do anything crazy here. They have eyes on every position. Playing for delay, playing for retake, you know, all of that works quite nicely in this scenario. And you can see that, in fact, Fury don't have time to even do anything here. They're going to save their weapons.
Yeah, they don't have time, or they don't have the right utility to even deal with this Viper's Pit, to be honest, right? If they had the drone still on NTR, if his recon recharged a little bit earlier than it just did.
Come back.
Dan, this is different. These players look like they're going to go fast to the A halls, and this... Yeah, that's an early pick, though, from Sick onto QCK at the B window. They have a 0 control utility, Dan. This is about to get real scrappy at the A site.
Yeah, this is a problem. This is a really huge problem. They're looking for something to be given. Shazam doesn't have to do too much, edging his way forward, spots the Trailblazer, knows exactly where Sky has to be. There's that Trailblazer, where's that peek? It's delayed! And Exan actually takes down Shazam. The bait and switch pays off here, and they'll trigger the push into the A site. And it's just up to these gunfights now as we see Sentinels trying to hold on to the pyramids. TenZ out there, large and in charge, but not for too much longer. Exan able to take him down. 2 versus 3 for Furia, though. Still a lot of work to do. And there's another frag as Dapper goes down.
Evening things up, Dan. We're now on a 2-on-2, but this flank from Sick is so timely. NCR's on the other side of Pyramids, though. I think they have a feeling that someone is on the flank. Look, they're pushing aggressively towards Defender spawn here.
That's a flick and a half from Zoms, leaving Exan 27 HP left. You're going to get hit by the C on Halls as well to deny vision. Shazam's normally been the player spotting from that position. Ends with that mid-aggression, and he's going to get caught this time by NZR, so that's some revenge 5 versus 4. It's the IGL's dream shot on the
Yes.
attack. You've got the whole round left to play with a minute and a half.
And you've taken out the player that does all the prodding and all the annoying stuff you have to worry about if you're that attacker IGL. So you can see now, now that Furia knows this, they're in this man-up scenario. They've pushed back A with the Killjoy utility. They know no one's pushed there. They push back A halls with the Poison Orb. They're quickly grouping for this B hit, and they need to do it fast because if you look at Sick on the minimap right now, he's pushing through halls. He's getting all the info. Shaz is already here at the B site, and Zoms is here as well with his wall up, with the orb there as well. This has to be explosive.
It certainly does, and they've been able to do that previously, but the snake bites, they last forever, or it feels like that. A couple frags come through. There's the Hunter's Fury. He's going to get Zoms. Oh, you love to see that killer actually leading the fire. There's actually nowhere to stand. And they I don't know how Dapper does this, but 1v5, the double P comes seen. Khalil's locked down this half yet.
No, we haven't. Let's be on the lookout for that. You can see he's lurking in these halls right now. I've seen a lot of Killjoys use their ults up here. He's made his way to the door. Oh dear, does he put it down right here, Dan?
That's a good question. I mean, Sick has got a lot of control in mid at the moment, so...
Oh, this is very, very aggressive. Killjoy with the lockdown in hand goes up to the trip, and there's the ult that I was referring to. So he puts the alarm bot by the trip just to secure his ult, and his teammates are going to go with this. Look, it connects perfectly to that Viper's toxin screen. Dan, this is so drilled.
Yeah, that's actually gorgeous to see. This play out there from Furia. Shazam will get delayed just a little bit more by the Nano Swarm there towards Heaven. Sentinels waiting, trying to coordinate themselves for the retake through door, through spawn. Exan finding some good damage with those daggers, and Khalil as well gets one. Shazam picks up a double, but there's a Viper's Pit still yet to contend with, and he does not have a drone. Tens is just going to have to go straight into it, into the Viper's Pit, and it's just Tens now. What can he find? 3 players. Gets himself.
Furia. But this is the round where they have no ults to work with, and we've seen Sentinels have a lot of success on these rounds, and we're back to it.
Well, oh, interesting. So we'll get the picks going both ways there, one in halls, and then one towards Dapper, who's actually pushing B. So what does that tell Furia about the A setup?
This is very aggressive from Shazam. He can hear a lot of footsteps from deep in attacker spawn, where attackers typically wouldn't believe they're being heard. So I think Shaz is going to get some early comms here to his teammates, and I would expect Fury to be going into a stacked site here.
I feel like QC is so on the edge of the... Okay, now he's certainly, surely, he must have heard.
Yeah, and you can even see Zoms is kind of like leaning a little bit towards B right now. But Tens has actually left the B site. He's dashed back towards it. He used his dash to get into B.
Maybe he didn't hear him mid after all, but with that said, they still have to breach that B choke point, and it's not looking great right now because, as you say, Tens is now in position, and they're going to go back here. QCK, oh, he catches Shazam. What does that tell them? They've got 20 seconds to plant the spike. This is a huge map, and they have to run all the way around. We've got the catch here in spawn as well. What enough does this mean if you're Sentinels? They have to work this one out. In fact, Zoms will go forward. He'll find another one, but where is the spike? 10 seconds to plant the spike. Khalil's killing absolutely everybody, but the spike has to go down. There's just enough time here to get it planted, but there might be a player there. The wall's going to drop Zoms. Oh, just not going to be able to see anything in time. And there it goes. The spike is planting. Zoms can't quite find an angle on it. And
Poison Orb in halls. He's going to go halls with Dapper. This is going to be a fast A split. 2 people are going to go up Sands. Ten's picking into the site right now, though. Look, if you look at Furia, they're going to fast retake. There's 5 people here, Dan.
Oh, they might actually catch him before they get to the cross angle. And actually, that's really interesting. Maybe it benefits Tens. He's got that Sheriff in hand doing the damage, dashing back, but Furia trading quite nicely. 3 versus 3. And in fact, it's now Furia. There's one man to the good. And this is just deathmatch right now between these two teams. Oh, Tens edging.
Is here. But we could potentially be looking at a 10-4 scoreline here.
And we've got the toxic screen set up on B. for Furia to defend with. I really like that, actually.
They've shifted it over a little bit to the right so that way it fully blocks all the way into mid and leaves the gap along the back wall of B. That's very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great spot there. Someone's creeping forward. And Furia don't have to do anything fancy here.
Ooh, Dapper has a great timing right now at B elbow. Dan, he went right by the Trailblazer. Ooh, but he doesn't take it. He falls back. And meanwhile in Halls, big presence being made by Zombs. He gets taken out by the double damage shock dart. Brutal.
And there we go. Some of the numbers whittled away for Sentinels. So there is certainly strength in numbers when you're in a buy that is disadvantageous like this. But Xan has got a good timing. It's a good lick of damage there onto Sick as well. And has that forward position, just shutting down the choke point. Such a difficult player to deal with in a scenario like this. Oh my god, he's insane, but Sick is just as insane. What a shot. Okay, Sick, we'll try to reset. There's 20 seconds to go. They're in hot pursuit of Sick here. They really want to take him down.
Oh, dear. Yeah, Sick needs to die.
Yeah,
they might purposely let him live.
Left.
You can see they're running away. They want him to save this Marshall. He can't make it to the site.
Oh dear.
Oh no, Dan, this is a disaster, and this is so well. God, another interesting, unique wall here at the B side, but this is an all-out mid-aggression on their bonus, Dan.
Yeah, there's a quick push there, and it makes a lot of sense. They're on these SMGs still. They have saved them from the previous round, so this fight in mid is certainly a good one to take for Furia. And it's a 3v3, and they're still on these Spectres, and now they're starting to find themselves in unfavorable fights, as we can see there in mid. So it gets the upgrade.
Yeah. This is where things get really tricky for Furia, because it's such a big map that once you spot one of these two players, you can probably just go to the other site blindly, or you could just go into that player knowing that the second isn't anywhere around him. So Sentinels has a massive advantage in this 3-on-2. It's even more of an advantage than some of the other maps in the pool.
Yeah, yeah, completely agree. And with the Spectres still from the bonus,
caution here.
It's going to be hard to find much. You don't have that one-shot potential of a Vandal, a Sheriff.
Very good timing here from NZR, though. You can see Sentinels is pushed up aggressively. They have no one holding the flank, which is actually where both of these Furia players are coming from.
There's a recon available and two shock darts for NZR.
I think they might be just trying to. I think they're trying to just box them in, Dan. Trying to take these guns out of the Sentinels' hands. They know this is a long game remaining, Dan, and Furia only need 3 more rounds. So doing economic damage is massive, but
yeah,
Khalil will fall there. One more Spectre remains on NZR, and he's not getting lucky either. These players are all exiting defender spawn to mid and have very fast retakes because of this.
Oh, some information there for both teams. Sentinels will realize there's likely something going on in mid.
Dapper and Sick lurking their way up A halls right now, Dan. They're going up to the door. There's no trip, no alarm bot, nothing stopping them.
There's a recon, and that's going to get a tag. Beautiful. QCK picks up one, and they've got that mid control, so he doesn't have to worry about that. Xan is in the door, or around the door position, keeping it safe. So right now, Furia in a great position. Dapper trying to find something. Know exactly where he is, surely. QCK, though, can't take him down. He's spraying forward. NZR with the trade. 4 versus 3 in favor still Shazam. He's picked up a Hunter's Fury now.
He has that Hunter's Fury. The Viper Wall still online for Zombs. A very, very aggressive Viper Wall, too. And Sentinels has all the control behind it. That's a lot of positions they can be in because of how pushed up this Viper Wall is. Hunter's Fury back in that stance position. He can ult the plant. He can ult the run-in. Many options right now for the in-game leader. And there it is.
Oh, now they're actually going to be able to dodge this one. Perhaps another up jump comes through to do that. And TenZ is just making quick work of these.
Sentinels, right? They're still very far behind in this game. 10-6, but they forced Furia onto an eco. So you can see the distance starting to close.
Oh, perhaps thinking, yeah, going for the push here. Ruby main. Oh, he's found one.
Spike
That
down
Marshall
mid.
Sick, he's picked it up, and Xan in a deep position. Oh, the drone's going to tag QCK, and it might not spot Xan. Indeed, it did not, but they might go into Exam now.
They might, Dan.
Oh, the timing there, and he's going to be able to pick it up. That's a spike down as well. Chances now here for Furia to strike right back after losing a round. Spike's recovered. There's a lot of time, and they know that Xand is around the B site. Do they challenge it?
Dan, look at this. They are guessing absolutely wrong. The confidence on Sentinels to keep heading into this same site where the Neural Theft spotted everyone. It is a mind game being played right now for the in-game leader on the Sentinels team.
Left.
And Zom's going to get that free plant 3-on-3. Bladestorm's still in play, though. And they're not messing around. The Viper's Pit immediately cast down. Tens aggressively peeking into spawn. That's going to give all the information to Shazam, who hears this. Underfooting in mid.
Oh, but if he dies, he will give away a gun. 7 HP, so he's going to find the timing. Takes out one, they know that he's there on the back there. The recon comes out, can he survive here? Again, oh, he's already understanding precisely where Jet is. Shazam doesn't even see you to kill you, as he will eventually get taken out, but he's basically won the round for his team. 1 HP on NZR. Not a good look. Yeah, that's a good point. Xand looking to go deep here with aim behind the Sky Flash.
He's through, Dan.
He is through, and there's Hunter's Fury, and oh, it's a freebie. Xand is going to be able to take him down. That's beautiful work. And Tens is trying to find
pinned.
it. Oh
he hasn't pinned, Dan.
Yeah, Marsden was trying to support Xand, but he gets nailed by Tens. So Xand is back out there alone. And here comes Zoms looking for the angle. The pre-peek from Xand. He's anticipating it. And that's a 3v2. And Dapper takes that QCK, that lurk.
The B site's open, but Dapper could get caught in this mid nest, Dan.
There's a drop. Oh, the timing is terrible for Dapper. Furia quickly rotating towards the site. Sick, alone in the 1v2.
Guiding light on deck, Dan. These two people are stuck so close together.
The reset coming through for Sick as he walks towards spawn. Wants to eliminate these positions. It's a great position. He does dodge the drone. They have no idea where Sick is. The element of surprise there's the sound cue, takes down one. It's almost to go. There's that quick pop flash. That gets him out of position. Oh, but he's spotted on the reposition. There's the engagement, and it's good for NZR. Oh, what a finish.
Wow, what a clutch from NZR. He just lobs out a
Their own point of view, but he can see everything.
Oh, damn, we're live right here.
Oh, wait,
the
straight into
Seekers
it.
are going into the connector right now. This is a super fast A-split.
Straight in. The defense is still in place, though. We've got players backside. Great shot shooting from Mazen at distance, but Tens is even better. They're taking down Khalil. And they are just trading kills like crazy right now. Tens, it's doing so much damage, but oh my god, it's hard to actually follow, but we get the 2v2 at the end, and the spike goes down. Drone looking for some information there as Tens resets onto the flank. Around cave.
QCK will flank here. It's going to be a very long flank, and Tens could get timed on this flank. The 1v1 between the Sova is huge as well, but Tens is distracted and the flank is getting closer, Dan.
Oh, the distraction. It's still there. It's still there. And in fact, he wins the battle. Oh no! QCK is going to make that flank look fantastic. I don't even know how Tens loses that fight. What a beautiful play from the remainder of Furia in that 2v2. That's I can't believe it.
Yeah, he did everything he could. He did.
There is still fight left in Sentinels yet, but it's going to be tough. Tens already updraft off the back of the Bladestorm, drone through to the B site.
Spotted no one was Nest, so you can see he's playing really, really aggressive right now. He's taking these angles without any utility help from his teammates. He's going back into B, though. This is an all-out B hit, Dan. It's do or die right now for Sentinels. Dapper lurking in mid all by himself. 4 players over here at B. The wall's already up. They have nothing to fall back to A with.
Nowhere to run.
Oh, the Hunter's Fury comes in as well. Is he going to be able to find any damage? Oh, does actually tag some players, but oh, it's actually not too much of a tag.
Spike planted.
I think actually Tens got hit by something else at the same time.
Yeah, Tens actually got hit by the Hunter's Fury. That makes him a one-shot to a Phantom. Keep that in mind, Dan.
QCK will take down Shazam there as well, so threatening everything at the moment. That mid position from Dapper, not expected. Little hops here from Tens. Hard shots to hit, but of course he finds it! And with that, 3 left here on the retake attempt. There is time still for Furia, but they have to force the issue. And they don't know what Dapper's doing. You can see that presence in mid is just so painful to have to constantly worry about. And Dapper, knowing they're not going for it, trying to get into a position to cut them off, but he will get taken down finally. What a round here from TenZ.
This is another one of those really fast A balls controls rounds that Sentinels keeps on running.
And this time we've got Xan on the Blaze Storm, going deep in middle, looking to see what he can find. Not too much there in mid for him just yet. You can see Sentinels have slowed the pace. Got that deep poison orb in holes. Dapper lurking up against it. The coactive Fury out there making so much noise. Dapper hears everything, of course, as will TenZ.
Yeah, this playstyle from Furia has caught Sentinels off a lot, but this round not on 6 watch. Gets the first frag, falls back. Sentinels still in that base passive setup, and Dapper has lurked through halls, Dan. He's through.
Oh no. Do they understand? Okay, well the turret's there, that's good. That's going to cover that eventuality for Khalil. Reposition for Khalil will keep him safe for now. Xan's still in the picture. 4 versus 5 though for Furia. They need something special. What a shot from TenZ. Takes down Xan. That's the Blaze Storm out of the round for Furia. And they are getting whittled away. Pulled apart one by one. Nice little shot from QCK, but there's more to find, of course. And Sentinels have a fully stacked site.
Indeed, and this is getting to the point, right? We're deep in this match, and every gun matters. Furia has to be looking at this 2-on-4 now as, you know, an economic decision. It's not just whether we can win the round or lose the round. Can we take these weapons into the next round? What's the optimal way to get as many buys as possible in these last 3 rounds? So they're going to opt to save these guns. They still have the lockdown on Khalil. They have the Hunter's Fury on NZR, the Blaze Storm on Xan. We're going to get another buy in the next round. And Sentinels is definitely not out of in the clear yet.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, the ultimate...
Where Zoms is going to try to fake this A site. He's running away already. He just poison orbed the halls just to try to initiate that same default pressure on the halls player. But if you look, this is 100% going to B site. And it is open. Furia has fallen for this completely.
They've got the backside wall for the retake, and let's not forget they have, if they want it, that lockdown as well. And the Hunter's Fury. They can trap Sentinels into very few positions.
I really don't know where you would use the lockdown from, though. Where could you possibly use that from to retake this massive site?
Maybe the elbow position. Looks like they're going for it. There it goes.
Wow,
and it's going to cover most of the site. Oh, they're going to try to defend this one. Can they do it? Zom's tapping away, and he's taken down absolutely everybody. And the lockdown's been destroyed as well. And that's going to keep players alive on the site. Updraft into an elevated position for TenZ. These guys
actually might drone with it.
There's that Trailblazer looking for the early info. Gets taken down by QCK on A. The aggressive, or rather the Viper wall coming in from both sides on the A side. And there's so much mid-control indeed. Furia likely have a good read of Sentinel's position. Deep flash comes through. There goes TenZ straight through it. He's looking for that opening now. Where is QCK? Trying to find him. The Seeker's trying to give that information to him. QCK stays alive.
Dear.
There's the tag though. Oh, QCK under so much pressure. Trying to stay alive. Trying to find the right way to engage this one and get his teammates into position. TenZ actually burns the dash. And this is a slow assault from Sentinels. That's buying time for Furia to get in position. Dapper there by the door. Tries to drop it, but he's denied by NZR.
Oh,
this is so scary.
God, this is terrifying.
Oh,
and TenZ comes
God.
up big, despite being headshot.
But there it comes straight back his way from NZR from that position once more. And Sentinels again, 20 seconds left to try to plant this spike. Marsden's still in position to try to deny that. Smoke or no. And again, just playing with that door. And they're just going down on the cross. And it's Furia with all the kills, leaving just Dapper 1 versus 3.